Today, two scriptures from Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 3, where it says, ascribe greatness to our God. And then 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 3 and 4. But even if our gospel is veiled, it is veiled to those who are perishing, whose minds the God of this age has blinded. Now, the people of God were about to enter a period of intense conflict as they began to possess the promised land. And Moses here spoke to the people his exhortation in Deuteronomy for the coming battles. His first word was that they should ascribe greatness to God. You see, the simple truth is that we must choose to whom we grant the place of power and greatness. We do this often without conscious decision. Fear is itself an unconscious act of attributing power and authority to negative forces in our lives. We must recognize that we are bowing to these threatening voices and allowing them to rob us of peace and of the blessings that God has promised. It is often only when we realize how we've allowed problems to take center stage that we realize what an awful insult this is to God. God is standing right there, declaring his power and inviting us to trust him. The moment we refuse to allow sickness or difficulties to be Lord, we enter into another world. The mists depart and we see clearly. When problems are Lord, the mists descend and we lose our way. Just try this as an example, as an experiment. Hold a flimsy piece of paper before your eyes. Just like that, just a piece of paper. And it will block out even Mount Everest. Satan would have us fix our eyes on the things that trouble us. And then they block out the glory of God and impede the unspeakably great promises of God. Satan has no ability to throw a blanket over God. His power is limited to the eyes of our heart. That's what it says in 2 Corinthians. He's blinded the eyes, the minds of those who are perishing. The moment we push that hand of Satan aside, we see the majestic Son of God with immeasurable power and authority. We have a choice to allow problems to block our vision or let God take center stage and see our problems shrink. The God of this age is theatrical, and he will pout and stamp his feet. He will threaten and cajole. He will hold a magnifying glass to problems and turn molehills into mountains. God waits for us to hear his quiet, untroubled voice of authority, and so awaken us to the real world where God is Lord and God alone. God bless you.